Right now, while we are sitting here, robots in Texas are welding together a car that has no steering wheel, no pedals, no place for a driver to put even their hands on. And today, on the April 25th, 2026, Tesla officially announced the Cybercab, which has entered the production at Giga Texas. And I want to walk you through what was announced, what the numbers actually mean, and why I think today might be one of the most important days in Tesla's 22-year history. Welcome to All in Tesla. I'm Joshua. On this channel I share my honest conviction on Tesla as a long-term shareholder. So let's get into it. And here's exactly what Tesla has confirmed today. The Cybercab is a two-door, two-passenger coupe, and it was not built on top of a Model Y or a Model 3. It was designed from the ground up for one job: to drive itself with no human inside needing to do anything. And the interior is built around one large display screen. That screen is the entire user interface. So there's no instrument cluster because there's actually no driver. The cabin is open and quiet and optimized for two people who are just along for the ride. And the battery pack is about 35 kilowatt hours. That is small. A Model Y has more than double that. And but Tesla says the Cybercab achieves about 5.5 miles per kilowatt per hour, and that number is industry leading. The estimated range comes around at 200 miles per charge, and it also supports inductive wireless charging. So the car parks itself over a charging pad and refills on its own. No plug, no human, no cable. So now I want to focus you on one detail before anything else: the missing steering wheel. So a car without a steering wheel is not just a design choice, it is a contract. So Tesla is telling the world that they will not give a human any way to control, ever. And the software has to work, or the car is useless. So there's no plan B. There's no, the driver can take over. So there's no overtaking and there's no driver. And that is why I think this is very important. For years, people have argued about whether full self-driving was real or marketing, especially here in Germany. And today Tesla has answered that question by building a vehicle where the answers has to be yes. Now, let me talk about the money, because this is where things get serious. A typical Uber ride in the US city costs around $2 per mile. And most of that is the cost on the human driver. Their time, their wage, their attention. And if you take out the human, you take the gasoline out, you run the car on electricity at 5.5 miles per kilowatt hour, and the cost per mile drops dramatically. So Tesla has communicated a long-term goal of bringing rides down to under 50 cents per mile. And some analysts think that could even go lower at scale. And I'm not going to promise you a specific number here because nobody knows yet, but the direction is clear. Driverless plus electric plus high efficiency means the unit of economics of moving a person across a city can change in a fundamental way. And remember, this is not one car. Tesla is planning a fleet, each car running 16 to 20 hours a day, each car earning revenue around the clock instead of sitting in a parking lot for 95% of its life. So that is not a car business anymore. This is a transportation network. So let me give you some historical context for why I find it so significant. In January 2007, Steve Jobs walked on stage and showed a phone with no buttons. The CEO of Microsoft laughed at it on television. The CEO of BlackBerry said, professionals would never type on glass. 19 years later, BlackBerry is gone and we all type on glass. And the steering wheel has been part of cars for around 140 years. And it is the most universal symbol of driving on the planet. And Tesla has just removed it. They built a vehicle that where the assumption that a human steering is no longer true. Whether you love Tesla or hate Tesla, that is a serious moment. Now, I want to be straight with you because if you watch this channel, you know I don't do the hype. There are real challenges ahead. Regulation is the biggest one. Every country, every state, every city has its own rules for autonomous vehicles. The Cybercab cannot just appear on every road tomorrow. Tesla will have to fight the regulatory battles for years. And the second challenge is charging infrastructure. So the inductive charging pads have to be installed everywhere where these cars operate. And that takes time, money, and partnerships. And the third challenge is public trust. Some people will refuse to ride in a car with no steering wheel for a long time. And that is normal, that is human, and trust takes years to build. So this is not a story that finishes tomorrow. It plays out over the next 5 to 10 years, I would say. But the production launch today is the starting. And here's my view as a shareholder. Today is the day Tesla put their conviction into metal. Not into a slide deck, not into a tweet, into a real factory line with real workers building a real car that has no steering wheel. And the amount of belief required to do that is enormous. So I think most people watching the broader market still do not understand what this actually means. Wall Street is still pricing Tesla like a car company that delivers a few million units a year. They are not pricing into a transportation network with software margins. Yeah, I could be wrong, the thesis could break, regulations could move slower than Tesla hopes, the software could need more time. I'm aware of all of that, and I size my position accordingly. But today, the Cybercab moved from a concept to a product, and as an investor, that matters more to me than almost any earnings call this year. And question for you, would you still sit in a car today with no steering wheel and let it drive you across town? Or do you need a few more years before you trust it? Drop your honest answer in the comments. I read every single one, and if this video helped you to think more clearly on Tesla, hit the subscribe button. We go deep on the business every week, no hype, just thesis-driven investing, and of course, this is not financial advice, just one investor honest view. See you in the next one.